How to know someone has a spare or voodoos on you. Before I will continue with this, I want to tell you a real life story. A man was sick, and when he was sick, he was complaining of some part of his body being set on fire. And his family took him to many places. They took him to churches, they took him to hospitals, they even went to witch doctors to know if they will get solutions to the man's illness or problems. But this persisted for weeks before the man's demise. After the man's demise, the family needed an answer to the man's demise. They went to different places to seek for answers, yet no answers. They returned home and they chose to pray. And they engaged in fasting and prayer for like 30 to 40 days. And during this period, it was mourning period when they buried the man. They choose to use that mourning period to now pray and ask God to reveal to them what happened to their father, so that such thing will not happen to any members of the family again. After the completion of the prayer for the 30 to 40 days, a lot of mysteries was revealed. What happens to their father is from the kindred. The man wanted to build a house. So he met the kindreds and asked them that he need a plot of land to build his house. And they refused to give him. So he insisted that as a member of the kindred, it is his right that whenever a member of the kindred wants to build a house, they will give the person a plot of land to build on. The man now asked them, is his case different? They said no. He fought to make sure that they gave him a plot of land. And at the end, they gave him that plot of land to build on. So when he commenced the building, some of the kinsmen now invited a witch doctor that uses voodoos to come around. They got a stick and carve it in form of image. They now named the man after that stick they carve in form of human being. They now erected something to some height and used stick to cross it. Under that thing, they crossed with stick. They now bring firewood and cast fire on that thing. Bring that stick they carve in form of image and place it on that stick they cross and set fire under that image. So whenever the witch doctor want to cast that voodoo or spell on that man, they will set the fire under that image and call the man's name on the image, and they will not be altering some incantation and what they want to be happening to the man. As the witch doctor is doing the incantation, some of those kinsmen that are involved will now be saying what they want to be happening to the man. That time the man is shouting, some part of his body is on fire, is when they are setting fire on that image. And at the end, they end up killing the man, and the man dies. So, when the family embark on this prayer, they seek for solution from Supreme God. So, after the prayer, the kinsmen that were involved started confessing one after the other. And anyone that finished confessing will die. As many of them that were involved to invite the witch doctor, all of them died one after the other. That was how the family knew what happens to their father. How do you know if someone has a spell or voodoos on you? One, promise and fail. It's not like someone will not experience promise and fail. But when this promise and fail is consistent, it's consistently taking place in your life, it happens frequently. Wherever you enter, you experience promise and fail, or you experience failure at the edge of breakthrough, consistent failure at the edge of breakthrough, or disappointment and failure, where people are supposed to like you, you experience dislike. Two, unattractiveness or beauty spare. This is two different spare on its own. One is unattractiveness, the other one is beauty spell. When beauty spell is cast on you, you are not acting with your clear eyes, you are acting on the influence of the spell or the voodoos that is being casted on you. So one is that you feel so beautiful, you feel on top of the world, and another thing is going to do to you is to make you feel that the man that is coming to you, they are not your type. And again, this beauty spell, no man is in your life, but every man that is coming to show interest in you, whether to marry you or to go into a courtship with you, you keep on declining them one after the other. And someone that will cast this spell on you is someone that knows you. Somebody that doesn't know you will not cast beauty spell on you or unattractiveness spell on you. Is someone that knows you that can cast this spell on you. Is it that out of jealousy or out of envy? And also, unattractiveness. Unattractiveness is that you will be unattractive to opposite sex. Anybody that will cast unattractiveness spell is somebody that knows you too and knows the class of people that are coming to seek your hand in marriage or that want to go into a courtship with you. And the person that will cast unattractiveness spell will also cast it out of jealousy, envy, or hatred towards you. That's why you see some ladies that are elegant, beautiful, due to settle down. Classy men are coming around them, but they don't want to settle down. Not that they don't want to settle down, but beauty spell or unattractiveness spell has been cast on that person, or someone is using voodoos on the person. Then, three is money or financial problem. If you are experiencing persistent financial problems despite your hard work, despite your efforts to make ends meet, despite the effort you are putting in to make sure that things work out, yet nothing is working for you and you keep experiencing monetary problem, financial problem, money doesn't stay in your hand, money don't meet money in your hand. When money comes into your hand, there is always one problem or the other already waiting to take it away from you. You struggle to make ends meet, yet after you're struggling, there is nothing to show for it. The fourth one is unexplainable illness. If you experience consistent and persistent health issues which the doctors cannot diagnose or treat effectively, if your health keep deteriorating even after medical intervention, seek for solution prayerfully. 5, relationship and marriage conflicts. If you consistently experience conflicts and problem in your relationship, especially when you believe that you have found the right person, but there is always conflict, problem in your relationship, there is always conflict, problems in your marriage. Someone is casting spell or voodoos on your marriage. Let me revisit the one of issue of unexplainable illness. The lady was very ill. She was very, very ill, like seriously sick. And she went to hospital. Doctor diagnosed her typhoid and malaria. Specifically, the doctors diagnosed her typhoid and malaria, and they treated her. After few days, she fell sick again. She went to hospital. They still diagnosed her typhoid and malaria. They treated her effectively. The upper week, she fell sick again. She went to hospital. It's the same typhoid and malaria. The result was showing. The family now decided not to continue with the treatment, but to go to prayer and seek for solution elsewhere. And they keep asking, seeking for solution. And everywhere they go, they keep telling them that is spiritual. And not just being spiritual, that they have given their mother a date. He is not going to pass that date. That the woman is already dead. That is, she is a walking corpse. That she's already dead. That they have signed her date and the time that the woman is going to die. That what they are seeing here is a living corpse, walking corpse, that the woman is no longer alive. The family asked of what to do to make sure that the woman lives. They said there is nothing to do than to keep praying. So the family decided to join hands in prayer. The Bible said that where two or more are gathered, God is in their midst. That too is to tell you that God is everywhere and God answered everyone's prayer. So the family decided to join hands together to pray and seek for God's intervention for their mother not to die the day and the time that the enemies have signed for their mother. They went home, they embarked on prayer. This time around is not just 30 days prayer, but they choose to pray as long as the date they gave their mother will expire. And this thing was happening 2 years ago. That 2 years ago, the date they gave the woman was December period. This thing was happening 4 months towards the December period before they gave them this information. That is to tell you they prayed roughly 4 months straight, no rest. Everybody was praying and seeking for God's intervention. Some went as far as making vows. Some go as far as sowing seed of faith in the head of the woman. And they prayed fervently. And this thing was happening 2021, December. When that December came, the woman crossed over and entered the upper year. The family jubilate. Some of them pay their tithes. Some of them pay their offering. Most of them renew their vows and their seed of faith. As I'm speaking to you, the woman is still alive up to date. This is 3 years now. This is the person they gave death date last 3 years or thereabouts. But as I'm speaking to you, she's still breathing. She's still living. This is what prayer of faith can do. This is what coming together and praying can do. There is nothing that prayer cannot change, only if you did not have faith. If you did not believe that God can change your situation, that is when your situation will remain where it is. But when you believe and trust God and go to Him, He will answer you and deliver you. As many of you that will seek the face of God, whatsoever that will be your problem, God will answer you and God will roll that problem away from your life in the name of Jesus Christ. Anyone that is sick, unexplainable sickness, consistent and persistent health issue, doctors cannot describe what is wrong with you. They cannot diagnose it. in the name of Jesus. Be healed. Be connected from the faith of this woman that have seek for solution. Yeah, they keep telling her typhoid and malaria. After treatment, it will come back. And she and her family decided to seek for the face of God. And God intervened in her situation and give her extra years. 2 King chapter 20 verse 1 to 5. Hezekiah was very ill, and they sent Isaiah to him to tell him that his date is ruled and signed, that this night you shall go back to your creator. But Hezekiah prayed and pleaded to God to extend his age, and God extended his age, added extra years to his age. That was the same miracle that took place in this family, and their mother's life was extended. This is 3 years now, and the woman is still alive. If you believe, have faith, and you trust that God can extend your date even after they have diagnosed you all sorts, you shall be free from it. You shall be healed from it. In the name of Jesus, your marriage, your relationship, your wealth, your money, your finance, your life, your business, everything that you are doing for a living shall be restored in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. Please hit the right subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up to like it. To my returning viewers and my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always supporting this channel. And I love you all.